All right, guys, so in this section 9.5, it's about oblique triangle and the law of sine. First of all, let me remind you what is the law of sine. So if you have a triangle and the triangle is defined with the the angle A, B, C, the angle C and B, the angle B, and we're having B, C, and A right here. The law of sine is just saying that A over sinus A of the angle A equal B over the sinus of the angle B equals C over the sinus of the angle C. So in our problem, we are having to solve the triangle given part. We have A equal 45.7, the angle A 65 degrees, and the angle B equal 49 degrees. So the first thing that we can do is find the value of the angle C by subtracting 65 and 49 to 180, and that gives us an angle of 66 degrees. Using the rule of sinus, using the rule of sinus, the law of sinus, I end up to be able to write that A over sinus A equal B of sinus B. And so if I really want to make things properly, I will have A sinus B divided by sinus A. It's the same thing, but it's avoiding to make a mistake and including the A inside the parentheses right here. So like this, there is no point. In order for you to have that, remember that you want to get rid of the sinus B, so meaning that you will have to multiply by sinus B both sides, and on the left side, sinus B will be dividing. So now I can just apply and write that B is equal to 45.7 sinus of the angle B, which is 49 degree, over 0.0 divided by the sinus of the angle A, which is 65 degree. 0.0 degree. And I end up to have a value of B equal, and the answer is going to be 38.06. I can use also the rule of sine to write that A over sinus of the angle A equals C over sinus of the angle C. So therefore C will be equal to A sinus C over sinus of the angle A. I know that my angle C equals 66 degrees, so C, side C, is equal to 45.7 multiplied by the sinus of 66 degrees divided by the sinus of 65.0 degree. 0.0. And so I end up to have a value of 66 or 46.06. 46.06. All right. So now let's move on to the next problem, which is problem number 9. On this problem number 9, what are we doing for? We are dealing with B 7,751. So we're having a B equals 7,751. We have C equal 294.6, 294.6. And I think we have B 110.63, 110.63 degree. So if I want to find the angle C, what I'm going to do is calculate sinus C first by multiplying by sinus C both sides. So if I multiply by sinus C both sides, now C is on the top. And so if I want to, so basically what I have right now is a sinus C. Let me write this way. Sinus C of the angle C multiplied by B over sinus B equals C. And I'm looking for sinus C to extract then the angle. So I need to divide by B and multiply by sinus of the angle. Multiply by B, divide by the sinus of my angle. By doing so, I end up to have the sinus B divide out and the B divide out. And so therefore, I end up to have sinus C equal C times B over sinus B. Therefore, if I'm looking for the expression of sinus C, I'm going to have for C it's 294.6 multiplied by 7,700, I don't know why I put a period, 7,705.1 divided by sinus of 110.63. All right, so if I put that in my calculator, 294.6 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 7,751 divided by the sinus of 110.63, and I pay attention that my calculator is in degree, and end up to find a sinus equal to what did I do? I need to multiply. See, guys, I think it's perfectly fine. I find a value of 2,439,902. And that right away tells me something's wrong, because the sinus is in between 1 and -1. So I made a mistake. And where is my mistake, guys? Well, my mistake is right here. I'm supposed to multiply by sinus B and divide by B. So right here is supposed to be multiplied by sinus B and divide by B. So I'm supposed to have the sinus on the top, sinus of 110.63 right here, and 7,751 on the bottom. So now let's do the right calculation. So 294.6 multiply by the sinus of 110.63 divided by 7,751, and that gives us a value of sinus equal to 0.03557. Now, if I want to find the sinus, I am going to calculate the inverse of my sinus. My calculator doesn't do it, so give me a second and I will be back with you. And I found an angle C equal 2.03 degree. Now, I want to probably calculate now the angle A. I have B equal 110. And I know that my angle A is going to be equal to 180 minus 2.03 minus 110.63. And so that gives me an angle A equal to 67.34 degrees. Therefore, if I want to express my length A, I'm going to do is A over sinus A equal B over sinus B. And so A is going to be equal to B sinus A over sinus B. And I'd like to remind you that's very simple, because you just need to multiply by sinus A both sides in order to have on the left side sinus A divide out and A lowercase a standing by itself. So now you have this formula, and you can literally substitute a different value. B, we said, was 7,751. 7,751 multiplied by sinus of 60. We said the angle A was 67.34. Divided by the sinus of the angle B, and we know that B is 110.63. 110.63. And so that gives us A equal to, so let me do the calculation, 7,500, 7,751, multiply by the sinus of 67.34, and then I divide by the sinus of 110.63, and I found A equal to 7,643. All right, guys, now let's do the problem number. We are problem number, we did problem number 13. So let's try to do problem number 13 now. Problem number 13 is exactly the same idea. So in this problem number 13, what do we have? All right, guys, I'm going to do problem number 13. Number 17 is exactly the same idea. So we are going to use the rule of the law of sinus. And we have two angles, B and C. So first, what I'm going to look for is expressing the length C by using my rule of sinus. B over sinus B equals C over sinus C. Multiply by sinus C both sides, and then C will be by itself. I substitute the value of B, the angle B, and the angle C inside my expression, and I found the length of C. If I want to find A, I need to the length A, which is defined by this formula using the rule of the law of sinus. I must calculate the value of my angle A, and for that I'm going to subtract 47.43 and 64.56 to 180 degrees. That's give me right here 68.01 degree. I substitute the value and I find finally the value of A equals 5,520. Finally, on this problem number 31, we are having a triangle and we want to calculate the sum of A plus B plus C. We have B equals 6.25, and we have the angle A and the angle B. So we are missing the angle C. So to find the angle C, I'm going to subtract the angle A and B to 180, and that gives me 39.9 degree. Then using my rule of exponent, my sign of law, my law of sine, I end up to extract the side A, and that gives me a 303.47. Using my angle C that I calculated and my law of sine, I'm expressing now the length C, and I find 4.23, so the whole distance will be 3.47 plus 4.23 plus 6.25 centimeters, 6.25 centimeters, and I'm going to write centimeters right here because these are length of the side of my triangle. And so I end up to have 6.25 plus 4.23 plus 3.47, I end up to have a length of 13.95 centimeter. The most important part in this problem is really to know your rule of law, the law of sine, and making sure that you are not making any mistake in defining properly the different angle, and then it's kind of pretty easy. Remember, I'm just going to do this right here for this again one more time. If I want to express C by itself, I will have to multiply right here by the sinus of 39.9 and multiplying right here by the sinus of 39.9. And so therefore, the sinus of 39.9 divide out on the right side of my equation. Now C is standing by itself and I can find the value of the length C. All right, guys, thank you very much. And I will do the section 9.6 later.